Final farewell. The arrival of Cyrus Jirongo's body in Lumacanda and the legacy of a controversial leader. On December 30th, 2025, a significant moment unfolded in Lumacanda village, in Lugari constituency, Kakamega County, as the body of the late former member of Parliament Cyrus Jirongo was brought home for burial. This event marked the culmination of days of mourning and preparation following his tragic death earlier in the month, drawing thousands of mourners, political figures, and community members paying their last respects at a journey back home. The body of Cyrus Jirongo arrived at his Lumacanda homestead after being transported from his Kitao residence, where it had been kept following an overnight vigil. The emotional procession was met by family members, friends, and local residents who gathered at Lumacanda Primary School, a community hub that became a central site for grieving and remembrance, a journey back home. The body of Cyrus Jirongo arrived at his Lumacanda homestead after being transported from his Kitao residence, where it had been kept following an overnight vigil. The emotional procession was met by family members, friends, and local residents who gathered at Lumacanda Primary School, a community hub that became a central site for grieving and remembrance. Who was Cyrus Jirongo? Cyrus Jirongo was a prominent figure in Kenyan politics for decades. Born in Vihiga County, he went on to represent Lugari constituency in Parliament and was known for his strong grassroots support, political resilience, and ability to mobilize communities. His political journey began in the mid-1990s when he was first elected as MP. Over the years, he founded the Kenya African Democratic Development Union, KADU, and made several bids for national and county leadership positions. Though his career was marked by both achievements and controversies, many in his home region remember him as a leader who cultivated close ties with his constituents and supported local development initiatives. His death elicited reflections on his impact, legacy, and the challenges he brought to Kenyan political life. The fatal accident and its aftermath. Jirongo's death on December 13th, 2025 was sudden and shocking. He was involved in a head-on collision with a passenger bus on the Nairobi-Nakuru highway near Karai, Naivasha, in the early hours of the morning. Preliminary investigations revealed that his vehicle collided with the bus, resulting in fatal injuries. Emergency responders pronounced him dead at the scene. A subsequent autopsy confirmed that blunt force trauma from the collision was the cause of his death, as extensive injuries were found in his chest, abdomen, spine, and legs. Pathologists detailed the severe nature of his injuries, highlighting the ferocity of the crash. Investigations by the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, have continued, with officers reviewing CCTV footage, interviewing witnesses, and gathering additional evidence to piece together the events leading up to the accident. Some private investigators and community voices have raised questions about the official narrative, suggesting further inquiry into why Jirongo was on that road at that hour and whether any other factors were involved. Preparations and community mobilization. In the days leading up to the burial, preparations intensified across Lumacanda and surrounding areas. Security teams were deployed to ensure order, while community elders and local leaders worked tirelessly to coordinate logistics for what was expected to be a large and dignified farewell. Elders identified the burial site next to the graves of Jirongo's parents and elder brother, signifying a return to his roots and an acknowledgement of his familial and cultural ties. Over 40,000 people were expected to attend the funeral service, including national and regional leaders. Among those overseeing arrangements was Lugari MP Nabii Nabwera, who emphasized collaboration between government officials and community representatives to ensure a respectful send-off. He was a loved man all over, Nabwera said, underscoring Jirongo's impact on many lives. Political and cultural tributes. The funeral proceedings were not only a cultural and communal event, but also an occasion for political figures to honor Jirongo's legacy. Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baresa visited the home and encouraged residents to give Jirongo a fitting farewell. Leaders from both the government and opposition visited the family. Reflecting the cross-sectional respect he commanded. One of the more unique tributes came from Kakamega Senator Bonnie Caldwell, who brought a bull painted with Jirongo's name as a symbolic offering, an expression of respect and traditional homage rooted in local culture additionally. Cabinet Secretary Wycliffe Oparanya led a delegation of Western leaders that donated cattle to Jirongo's family, a gesture symbolizing unity, mourning, and community solidarity. Another culturally significant moment was the debate surrounding a torch ritual associated with the funeral. This ritual, while controversial to some, reflected traditional beliefs and sparked broader discussions about cultural practices in modern Kenya. According to some sources, the ritual symbolized a communal call for truth and justice regarding Jirongo's death, even though its inclusion divided opinions within the community. Reflection on legacy and mourning. As Lumakanda prepared to lay one of its most influential sons to rest, conversations about Jirongo's life and legacy were widespread. Many mourners described him as a leader who championed unity and had a significant impact on the socio-political landscape of Western Kenya. His supporters spoke of his generosity and commitment to community cohesion. For some, the funeral represented not just a farewell, but a moment to reflect on the challenges and complexities of Kenyan politics, the fragility of life, and the enduring bonds of community and tradition. The interplay of political respect, cultural rituals, and public mourning highlighted the multifaceted nature of Jirongo's influence a nation remembers. As Cyrus Jirongo's body was finally interred at his Lumakanda home, his community and the nation at large marked the end of an era defined by vibrant political engagement and deeply rooted cultural identity. His funeral brought together people from all walks of life, family, leaders, constituents, and admirers, each sharing their piece of grief and remembrance. In many ways, the farewell reflected both the personal and the political, a life lived in public view, shaped by passion and controversy, and a departure that drew collective reflection on leadership, legacy, and the ties that bind communities in Kenya.